28,000 days to live, 28,000 days to be free, 28,000 days to live up to all our wildest dreams. My grandfather passed away when I was 18, and it was then I started counting. I wondered, how would I be remembered? How would I live up to his legacy? What would be my story? Oh, if my grandfather were here, he'd love this spot. Classy guy, always making big moves, immaculately pressed suits, and a personality that commanded attention. Ever since he passed, every step I take, I felt him watching over me. The terrain as a social entrepreneur is kind of tough. You don't know where to go. Every time the road gets rough, I think of him. What would he do? What would his advice to me be? My grandfather's story begins when he drops out in the 6th grade to become a traveling salesman throughout Mexico. Him and his brother get in a car and start driving the entire country, making the pitches, making the sales. No big family name, not much prestige, but tons of drive and a willingness to make a mark. He wasn't bad at it. Makes enough money to start his own tire company in the state of Coahuila. And people are starting to get to know him. This was a kid. The neat thing about his story is that it all began when he had to leave school. They say necessity is the mother of creativity. My grandfather certainly had that creativity. Nothing stopped him. He was always looking to do that next big thing. A friend of his approaches him and says, "Pepe, te tengo una propuesta. I have a deal for you. You're known as a big businessman in town. Necesitamos al que va a hacer todos los tratos. We need the point that's going to set up all the business deals for radio in northern Mexico to happen. You in?" Claro que sí, señores. Claro que sí. So that's the story of how my grandfather becomes a radio exec, an ad man, and how the family moves to the borderland area. I still wonder, will I live up to my grandfather's legacy? And I'm not quite sure. But I do know this: legacy is a guide. It's something that lives inside all of us. Whether it's in the stories of our family members or stories of people that we admire, legacy is important. So let's have a conversation. What legacy would you like to leave behind? What legacies do you admire? Hashtag 28,000 days, hashtag legacy, and we'll see you next time. Oh, and before I go, check out our next episode. Should be pretty cool. So there you have it. The 28,000 series is on its 2nd episode. If you didn't watch the first one, please click on it right here and subscribe and hit that bell.